Hey folks, Jeff from Corrugated Cavalier here, coming to you on this very, very hot June day. There's a little bit of wind, so I apologize if that interferes with the mic a little bit. So today I am going to be talking about Posta di Donna Altera, which is this Fiore guard with the arms up and the sword way back behind your back. And I'll put a picture from the Getty manuscript here. So this posta is in all versions of the manuscript as far as I believe, and some people think that it's a little bit crazy because of how far the sword is back and how far your arms are up. So I've been playing with it a little bit recently to see what its advantages and disadvantages are, and just to get a little bit more familiar with it. So I can think of a few advantages theoretically before going into using it. One, my instructor kept hitting me in the elbow when I was in just sort of like a normal over-the-shoulder guard, and this brings it all the way up by your head. So basically they have to come at your head, so they can't really snipe your hands and arms very well. They have to really attack all the way to your head if they want to do that. So it gets the hands and the arms out of the way. It also, you can use it as a cover on one side while charging another attack. It also, because your hands and your arms are so high, it kind of changes the angle that you're bringing. If you're doing a fendente, it kind of changes that angle a little bit. And I have found, I did use this in sparring the other day, and I had some nice actions with it, and I found that it's a little bit harder to defend the fendente that's coming from so high. They really have to get their guard up quite a bit more and make it very strong. So to form these rear-weighted stances, I actually sort of think of doing a front-weighted stance just sort of 180 degrees. So if I want to make my rear-weighted stance facing that way, I will do a forward-weighted stance this way, and then basically just kind of turn my head and my torso a little bit, and there I am. Otherwise, you can end up doing goofy things with the foot. Like, I notice myself doing this sometimes, actually, and then my feet are turned in too much, or this foot is, and this helps me form the posta much better, I think. So just imagining being in a forward weighted posta here, and then just glancing over here, peeking under my arm. So that's how I think about forming this posta. So Fiore also says that you can do all 7 blows from here. And a lot of people kind of doubt this, but you definitely can. So let's go through those right now. So here we are, Posta di Donna Altera. We have Andreso Fendente. We have Roverso Fendente. I landed a pretty good shot with that in sparring the other day. We have the Mezzani. This one from the left, Fiore usually says that you do Mezzani from the left with the false edge. And I think you can kind of do it either way, but the false edge gives you a little bit more reach. I like taking a step out. And that is pretty easy, actually. Coming around, you have quite a bit of range and power as well. And then you have the Sotani. No problem from the right. From the left, it can be a little tricky if you want to. It can be a little bit tricky, but there are a couple ways to do this. You can do true edge, and you just have to kind of bring your hands around, but it's not really a problem. I've also seen people do this. It's not my favorite, but you actually have a little bit more range and power than you think if you want to try it. And finally, the punta. That's, for me, the easiest, but you could throw the thrust in a lot of different ways. So now I'm just going to combine it with the Dente de Zanghiaro action that I was doing before. So what I was doing before with Dente di Zanghiaro, actually this time I am stepping offline and then an oblique or off to the side step to my left, touch the arms, Roverso, and then I'm coming to this posta and delivering the false edge Mezzani. So let's see that in a little bit more speed. So with that, I was doing it with the right foot sort of forward and using this posta as a guard here, or a cover, and then stepping off the line again to come through with the mezzano. So those are just a few quick ideas on using this posta, and I thought it was kind of awkward and maybe a little bit silly at first myself, but actually the more that you play with it, you can discover that it can give you a lot of power. It has some of the other advantages that it was said before. It's also deceptive because you're kind of hiding the blade behind yourself. You can use it as cover, you can get your hands and elbows out of the way. So there are definitely some pros to this. So have a play with it, and that sounded like an English person, didn't it? Oh no, I'm watching too many YouTubers. Have a play with it, see what you come up with. I've been really enjoying putting it into my practice. Great, let me know what you think about this video. Give me your comments or questions below. Like, subscribe, share this around. You can follow me on Twitter @CorrugatedCav1. Thank you once again for coming by the channel. Ciao.